So, what I want to go over with you guys today is a very powerful tool in Python and in coding. It's loops. Now, what are loops? Loops are basically running the same code over and over again. So, say that you want to check through a big list of items. This is where you'd use a loop. Instead of having to go through everything one by one, you can go through everything fairly quickly with very small amount of code. So the first kind of loop I'm going to talk to you guys about are while loops. You can kind of think of them as a loop with a condition. Now, what does that mean? It's a loop that's going to run while something is true. So a simple example that I can give to you is your phone battery. Your phone battery has a while loop inside of it that basically goes while your battery is above 0, your phone will keep running. And there's little markers throughout that while loop where, say, your phone reaches 20% and it gives you a warning. This is basically the embodiment of a while loop. While something is not true, run this, do this. That's the first kind of loop, a while loop. So the next kind of loop that I'm going to talk about are for loops. At the start of the video, I mentioned that loops could be used to iterate through a big list of items. Now, what does that mean? It basically means that if you have a big list, let's say you have a list of chores that your mom's given you, you can write for item in chores list, print item. And what that's going to do, it's going to go through that chores list one by one and print everything to your screen that's inside of it. Now, let's say that you don't want to get every single item inside of your list. How would we go through just a specific set of items in that list? So this is where range comes into play. Range is used when you only want to go through a specific set of items in that list. So when you want to do it on an existing list already, you would have to actually use for item in the range of the length of that existing item, which is a little bit tricky to get at first, but with a little bit of practicing, you start to get it, but you really do need to practice it. Range can also be used to iterate through a set of items while skipping through something. So say that you want to go through 100, you can start at 1, 0. And the second item that you would put in that parentheses would be where you want to stop. So it would be 101 because in Python, it's actually not inclusive. So if you want to stop at 100, you have to put 100 in 1. And you can step by 2. So if you start at 1 and you step by 2, what you're going to be doing is basically just printing all of the odd numbers in 1 through 100, or you can go through every number in 100, 5 at a time. And it allows you to kind of manipulate your lists a little bit more easily using in range. So the last thing I would like to talk about with you guys in loops are break and continue. So break and continue, you can think of it kind of like a scanner or maybe like a conveyor belt that will stop if it finds an unripe fruit or something like that, or a defective product. You use a break when something has met a condition. So if something doesn't stand out in the proper way that you wanted it to, you can break your code and it will be stored, that specific item, to whatever variable you had set it to. So breaks can be very useful when you're basically filtering or searching through something. So that kind of wraps up this video and what I wanted to talk about with looping in Python. What I'm going to do for you guys is leave a couple challenge questions down below in the description if I'm able to upload an IPYNB file with a couple of challenges for you guys to make sure you understood what I'm talking about in the video, since I kind of do gloss over it a little fast. I would definitely recommend that whatever I put down there, if it's a IPYNB file, just a couple of questions in the comments, I would definitely recommend you take some time to answer them and maybe do the exercises if it's your first time going over looping in Python. Anyways, I'm glad to hopefully be helping you guys out a little bit, and I'm looking forward to making the next video, and I think I might be starting an SQL series to help you guys understand the combination of Python and SQL and how you can make your own websites with the combination of the two and understand the data behind everything going on.